and welcome back to part 2 of the Crash Bandicoot playthrough. We're playing Rolling Stones now. I don't know any Rolling Stones music. I am an uncultured swine.
I was about to say, insert music joke here.
Insert obligatory music joke. Yeah, basically. All right, so I guess we can introduce this right here in the level now. So we've already seen in this playthrough that we already ran into a level similar to this. Remember that?
Yeah, kind of.
It was the second level. It was titled Jungle Warriors.
Yeah.
So basically, every level in the game, or just about every level, has what's called an aesthetic counterpart. And so, taking this one for example, this aesthetic counterpart has the Rolling Stones. It has the Rolling Stones that go back and forth and try to crush you and whatnot. But we've already seen this in Jungle Rollers. So there are 2 levels for every single aesthetic, which we'll see. Like the Boulder Chase level, we'll run into 1 more of those. And the river level with the gold gem, we'll run into another one of those. It's only 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn it.
I thought you died from the thing, but then you actually died from falling off.
I did die from the thing, but it was not the thing that you were referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey failed successfully.
Yeah. Be prepared if you plan to play Crash Bandicoot, just any Crash game whatsoever. Be prepared to die a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine, since you've already died a lot of times.
Right, and the game is like designed around this, seeing as that we have 17 lives already. The game just throws like a bunch of Wumpa Fruit, which are basically the coin or ring collectibles of Crash. Collect 100 of those, you gain a life, but there are also like a shit ton of 1-up boxes sprinkled throughout the game. So the developers knew that you were going to die a lot in this game.
The developers knew they were creating Dark Souls.
The developers knew you were creating. See, there are 3 right there. Now we're at 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just be prepared to die a lot, folks, in Crash, generally. Yeah. So what happened there with that last one is like if you collect 3 of these Aku Aku masks, you gain invincibility. But what happened there was like I was invincible, but my hitbox is still turned on. Like it didn't take damage from the Rolling Stones.
You still have collision.
I still have collision, yeah, that's the word. And so it just counted me as bouncing off of an enemy, most likely, and then I fell into the bottomless pit. Which was annoying. Okay.
And you really are getting a lot of 1-ups, jeez.
Yeah. And here, what we just did was a bonus room. And so there are 3 different types of bonus rooms in Crash 1. There was that one, which is, it's not the main bonus room. The main bonus room has your girlfriend, Tana, which I forgot to explain in the last part. Not only did you get rejected from becoming Cortex's general, he also kidnapped your, quote, girlfriend. I don't think the game, or maybe even the manual, actually states that Tana is your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to be, though.
Yeah, I guess that's Crash's motivator for why he would ever consider going back to fight Cortex, is to save his girlfriend. Yeah, that's why the game exists.
Good enough.
Yeah, but she is like the main bonus room person. But what we did right there was an embryo bonus room. An embryo is basically Cortex's second in command, or his lackey. He's basically the chemistry scientist, whereas Cortex is the mechanical scientist, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we just did an embryo bonus stage there. And there are also Cortex bonus stages. There are only 2 in the game, though. And so we'll be doing those because that's actually required for the 100% completion.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, it's like we did it back in the classic playthrough as well. Like this, even though the footage may not show it because I just missed a ton of boxes there, this is indeed a 100% playthrough. I'm just doing it in a sneaky, stealthy way, so it can be like one consistent playthrough without having to do any of that freaking backtracking stuff. Because I'll spoil this right now, this game is a 6-part playthrough. Whereas in our original remake playthrough, where I was raging like Dark Souls, that took 16 parts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that was a lot more than 6.
Yeah, so I have shrunken this game down to a considerable amount where I've gotten rid of 10, 20-minute parts, roughly.
Give or take.
Give or take, right, yeah.
By just doing it beforehand, yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically, because the reason why I didn't go out of my way to do another 100% file is the infamous saving glitch of Crash 1. Trying to 100%, this is to answer your question from the last part, Cars, is like, which is more difficult? It mainly comes down to like wanting to 100% the game, because if you're trying to do like a standard casual playthrough in either the original or remake, you'll probably be fine for the most part. It's those people that want to do the 100% completion, which is a pain.
That's like kind of the real challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge, but in the original's case, it's a inadvertent challenge. What I mean by that is the saving glitch. Okay, so you collect a box gem by breaking all the boxes within the stage, right? But if you happen to die, the boxes that if you happen to die after a checkpoint, rather, if you happen to die after a checkpoint, all the boxes that you just broke previously are no longer broken.
Really?
Yeah. And so you cannot risk dying at all. You can't risk dying at all after hitting that first checkpoint. Otherwise, you're gonna have to restart the entire game. That was not intentional. That right there is a glitch.
That is brutal.
Yeah, it is 100% not intentional what the developers want to do, because given the whole craziness of Crash 1's level design, that was nowhere near intentional.
Does it get fixed in the other games?
Yes, thankfully, yes, it does.
Okay.
Crash 2.
No, it's the same.
It's the same.
That was actually intentional the whole time.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck off.
No. They fortunately do fix that for Crash 2 and Crash 3, which is why, probably for the completionist's sakes, Crash 1 probably would not be your first recommended game. I'd probably recommend either Crash 2 or Crash 3 before doing Crash 1, because trying to do Crash 1 is a pain in the ass for really bullshit reasons. But the remake, they fixed that problem, thank God.
Could you imagine in the remake they just kept the save glitch?
Huh?
Just so they have to keep it accurate to the old experience. They keep the glitch.
Exactly. We gotta keep the big fishing. Is it an adventure remake? No, it's a colors remake. No. Okay. Whatever. I'm not salty at all. But remember in the Crash 1 remake, they sort of they fixed the box gem problem, but they kept it an intentional challenge for the color gems. Remember? Because a level, I think the most hardest level in this game is titled Stormy Ascent, where if you can remember that one, Josh, it was basically a rainy.
Oh, I remember that one.
It was a rainy castle wall, very rainy, very castle-y, and in order to the box gem for that one was the red gem, which is used in this level actually, Native Fortress. So, remember, we had to hit the start button, then hit the select button, and go back every single time I died in Stormy Ascent, because I wanted that red gem so badly, because they decided to make it an intentional thing. I don't know why that's suddenly bottomless pit now. Because we got up.
That's actually a good point, yeah.
Yeah, because we got up to those cloud platforms via the red gem, and so you'd think if you jump through the gap in the clouds, you just descend down to the original part of the level, right? No. Wrong. Very wrong indeed. Yeah. No, the color they made it.
The death animation was so different. I thought you had a game over, but you have so many fucking lives.
Yeah. Okay. So The death animations in Crash 1, I don't know if you can remember back to the like death animations in the remake, but basically since the developers knew you were going to die a lot in Crash, they took advantage of their death animations in the later games, not necessarily this one. Because like what happened right there was I got hit by a spike pillar and it just sent me to a black void and I fell on my back. What the remake did, it basically took the Crash 2 and Crash 3 approach was if you hit something like that spike pillar, you'll just turn into an angel and fly off into heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, which the original Crash 2 and Crash 3 did. But this one, they did not really. I think the only death animations are like special ones. Well, like there's the Black Void one, which is like everyone, and I think we're going to see a fire one right about now. There.
It just turns black.
Well, I think he's making the point like that it probably shouldn't have hit him because he was standing on a thing behind it.
Yep. Nope.
Good job.
That was a bullcrap hitbox. Bullcrap. Yeah, so there's the burning animation, and I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. I don't think.
I mean, something's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you fall down a bottomless pit, like your shoes will fall up, or I might be thinking of the remake. I actually don't remember. Because the shoes falling up after you fell in a bottomless pit was a Crash 2 and 3 thing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is play Crash 2 and Crash 3. Yeah. And then Crash 4. Crash 4 is something that recently came out. Because the remakes of 1, 2, 3 came out in 2017. I guess that was like sort of a test to see how well the franchise is still living up.
Yeah, they kind of wanted to see if it would actually like do well if they made it like more modern and stuff.
Right, and so if this game sells well, then we make Crash 4, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes, that's what happened. And then we got Crash 4.
Exactly. I have not played Crash 4 for myself because I do not own a PS4. I would really like to own a PS4. Well, a PS5 rather. I have never invested in a PS4 because they don't have the backwards compatibility like the PS3 does. Because I can play every PS1 and PS2 game as well as PS3 games on the PS3, which is like this is like this is my best console right here. I'm not gonna lie, the best console I own is my PS3. It is so cool. I love it. I love it to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was for the PS4 or not, but I definitely know the PS5 has PS4 and PS3 backwards compatibility.
No, it does not have PS3. I do not believe. Because I think I looked it up at one point to see if the PS5 was going to be like the ultimate PlayStation gaming machine out there. But no, it only does PS4 backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if it did like the other ones, but yeah, it's PS4 and
I mean, it's just to be cost effective. It's literally that's just to be cost effective, because to make it backwards compatible, it's kind of a pain in the ass and make consoles cost more money.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it would, right? Like, what exactly would the developers be trying, like, factoring in, if, like, in terms of backwards compatibility for their new consoles? Hello?
Yes.
Hey.
I'm waiting.
I don't know. It's just like games. Well, okay. Nowadays we have like it's much more possible than back then, because now we could just download games directly into our systems.
Yeah.
But like for PS3, my man, it was mostly just disc, and you know this.
Wait,
I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know exactly how backwards compatibility works for a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure something like the Wii has like because there's like some of the versions of the Wii that have the like you're able to play GameCube games on it and stuff. I think they have like a separate reader that's like also kind of part of the same thing that can tell if it's a Wii game or a GameCube game.
Yeah.
So it is, I mean, if you're probably putting in like discs, it would probably need something like that. But I mean, if you're just like, I mean, especially nowadays, I mean, like Nintendo just basically use like emulators and stuff, so you can like a lot of guys do that now.
And that's how exactly I'm playing Crash 1 on the PS3 because I don't own any PS1 or PS2 discs. Yeah,
it's a really good laughing video.
That we used that one in our original playthrough. That's how I know. I don't remember where or when. It might have been during Stormy Ascent where we used that because I fell.
It might have been.
To go back to the PlayStation thing, yeah, like I don't own any of the PS1 or PS2 discs. I'm playing this. I bought this off the PlayStation Store that they have available. This basically is an emulator.
I just quickly looked up like the original prices for an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3, right?
Yeah.
The original prices for the PlayStation 3 were $500 for a 20 gigabytes model and $600 for a 61. Xbox 360 was just $300. So it's a $200 difference.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the PS3 had like a bullcrap launch price. That didn't really seem to...
Okay, with bullcrap, it was probably good for the thing you got, but it's just that the Xbox 360 was undercutting its price to sell more and sell more games.
Yeah. But if we're talking about like if they're factoring in like how much it would cost to do the backwards compatibility stuff. Like the 360 it was selective with how it wanted to do its Xbox games, and not only that, some of the Xbox games that if you try to run them on the 360, it was sort of botched.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember at one point in my life owning the original Forza Motorsport for the original Xbox. But we never had an original Xbox. We just had the backwards compatibility, the thing, on the 360. It worked for the most part, but what was botched was the multiplayer stuff. It couldn't do 2 players. You could only do 1 player on the thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I would still love it if the PS5 were like the ultimate PlayStation machine. That would be great. It doesn't even have to do like discs, because like you can download PS4 games on the thing, right? And be perfectly fine. Yeah.
Well, nowadays we can just download shit. Considering that, well, how much you actually buy disc and actual physical copies nowadays compared to like?
Yeah. I like
just buying them digitally.
Yeah, like the rise of the digital market and the gaming and stuff. Not like it sort of happened first with the whole movies and TV stuff, but it eventually made its way to video games. Yeah, Netflix, bruh, we're gonna have all these rental stores available. No one's gonna get into this streaming stuff. Pfft, nah, that's not gonna happen.
Probably not.
10 years later, what's a Blockbuster?
Oh my god.
Right. Yeah, I guess with the rise of the digital market, it just gave the rise for I guess the big digital market space, and no more like I probably GameStop customers have like been declining in numbers since then, because it really rose in the PS3 360 era.
You know why I could tell that there's declined numbers of people that buy in GameStop is the fact that I could actually find an Oculus Quest 2 in a GameStop.
Really?
Yeah. I went to a Best Buy, I went to a Walmart, couldn't find one. I go to GameStop, I found like 3 of them.
Like, what? 3?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. Damn it. Yeah. And that's
Like,
and
yeah.
that, yeah, and that's also why like at the GameStop, like 360 and PS3 games over there nowadays cost about like $1.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, just try buying some random Call of Duty game for the 360 or PS3, $1.
Dude, trying to buy fucking Black Ops 2 on Steam is like $60.
Really?
Yeah,
They're still selling that game full price? Isn't that game almost 10 years old?
yeah.
Or like over 10? I don't even know when the... You said Modern
So
Warfare
60
2,
bucks.
right? No,
I said Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Yeah, isn't that game almost 10 years old now?
I believe so, yeah.
Fuck. Full price. Let's go.
Let's go. I mean, you can imagine someone's actually like this is people are still actually paying for it like that at a full price.
That's
Oh, you know they're fucking waiting for like the Steam Summer Sale to buy that shit. you know? Did you know this is true, Josh? Would you fucking buy at $60? Not just waiting for the Steam Summer Sale.
I wouldn't be getting a Call of Duty game, period.
I know.
I would be spending my money elsewhere. Like if they're still selling like a 10-year-old game at full price when it first came out, as opposed to a physical copy over at the local GameStop which you can buy for
You
$1.
can't buy a physical copy on PC, my guy.
What?
It's Steam nowhere else.
Well,
Though there are keys so you can buy it cheaply on questionable websites.
here you get to see my other PS1 files.
I was gonna say, were those like other save files?
Yeah, so right there was like I have save files for Crash 2 and Crash 3 there. There's a Metal Gear Solid one, 2 Symphony of the Night ones. I think the Spyro games as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I saw a Spyro icon.
Yeah, Spyro was okay. Yeah, I get.
Better.
Yeah, it was like during this whole PlayStation era. I guess they're trying to find like some sort of mascot. It's like the term that they used for Crash and Spyro, I guess back then, was like a makeshift mascot. Like, you know how Nintendo has Mario and Sega has Sonic. Those are basically their mainstream mascots. But Sony never really announced any like official mascot of theirs, and so I guess people just associated Crash and Spyro as just their Sony mascots, but just unofficial.
Yeah, it's kind of cool stuff.
Sony mascots.
Yeah, and then it kind of transitioned to like PS2, Sly, Jack, Ratchet, and then 3 was Nathan Drake. I think that's it. Yeah. We'll get to that eventually, but we just we talked about something other than the game. Oh no.